Hi, friends. How are you this evening? My name is Cheryl Wright. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from northeastern Montana. And I'd like to say I'm coming to you live, but I'm not. I'm coming to you from the middle of the night. And I'm recording this because I've had a great opportunity to be somewhere else during my regular live time, and I'm going to take them up on it. So I have not talked to you for quite a while about Paper Pumpkin. So we're going to talk about last month's kit, which they knocked it out of the park. They really did. So we're going to do that one, and we're just going to have some fun and chat away. And I will try to be in the comments when this is supposed to be live, but if I'm not, know that I will answer your comments as soon as I can. So let's get started. Be sure to say hello when you join, and I hope you enjoy this. And I hope you, if you are a past Paper Pumpkin customer, I hope you reconsider jumping in again because they have really upped their game. And I believe this month's kit is going to be just as good. So let's get started. Let me add and do my screen and get rid of that. There we go. So this month's Paper Pumpkin kit, like I said, it's the July, you get it up close and personal, Painted Petals July 2024. So this one just came. Now, sadly, both of my boxes, yes, I got two. I usually get two of the ones I think I'm going to like, came to me in not the best of shape. And honestly, that's not Stampin' Up's fault. That is your postal service. Sorry to say. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Paper Pumpkin, it is Stampin' Up's subscription kit. Every month that you're signed up, you get to have a box, a Paper Pumpkin, show up, and inside is more or less a mystery. We kind of give you some guidelines as to what is going to be. So they showed the box. So we knew something floral was going to be in this box, but we really didn't know all that much more. So when you get the box in the mail, open it and you will see, if this is your first time stamping with a Paper Pumpkin, you will get an acrylic block. Yours will be pretty and shiny and new. This one is just one I grabbed because I remembered you'd get a block on your first one. On your subsequent ones, they don't send you a block every time because they know you have a block because they already sent you one. But none of the stamps will be larger than that block. They're a little thinner than a regular Stampin' Up! Block, but they are a D block. So you get a stamp set and you get an ink spot. Now, once upon a time, I heard they're not going to repeat a color for a year, but I haven't heard that lately. So I don't know if that's true or not anymore. This month's is Gray Granite. Unless I'm traveling, I usually don't use this. I usually just get out my big ink pad and save these for giveaways, or I sell them, or something else. I don't need one big ink pad and several little ones of the same color running around. So in the tissue paper is the present, your subscription kit for this month. I'm going to set that aside on the floor behind me. And here you go. This is what came in the mail. And it has the instructions. And we'll go through all that and all the extra fun pieces and parts. Excuse me. So go ahead and open it up. And they send you everything you need. They send you the embellishments, and they send you, there's some dimensionals, they send you glue strips, they send you whatever you need to get this kit complete the way they suggest it. And sometimes they even offer some extra supplies. So here are the gorgeous envelopes, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And they are lined also. Fun, fun, fun. This kit has 9 cards, 3 of 3 different kinds. Throw that in the trash. So this is what we have in our kit. It comes with all the pieces and parts, the adhesive and embellishments, an ink pad, and directions. And here are these beautiful windows. Now you're probably asking yourself if you can get this kit. Like I said, I usually order 2. So I do have 1 available, but it will probably be spoken for sooner than later. So if you're interested, contact me probably by email, the fastest, and you can catch me at my email. Right down here, there's an email. Go to the Linktree link right at the bottom. Let's see here. Right here. Go to that Linktree link, and my email is in there, and I would be happy to send it to you with shipping and handling charges. So this is the stamp set. If you want to save this in a stamp case, you can put this underneath. There's a stamp case. Let me show you what I mean. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Maybe. Here's one. So this is the paper. If you would want to store this in a case, this is the paper that you can tuck in behind. And yes, Stampin' Up! Does sell these cases. And then you can load your stamps on to this in the case. I don't have one handy right now. Oh, maybe. Nope, I don't have that one done. So this is extra for you to be able to see what they say and all that fun stuff. So let me put this one away. Okay, so we're going to set this piece aside. I don't have any use for that one right now, but let's talk about the directions for a minute before we dig in and make a big mess. So here are your instructions. These are the suggested projects. Remember I said it's suggested. You can choose to do whatever you want to with the supplies. And believe you me, there are so many people that do alternatives. So you're going to see this open and unfold. My advice to you is to stop at the first opening, find the page that's in the middle that says number 1, number 2, and number 3. This tells you the supply list. For card number 1, you need this background. You need this punch out piece. You need this piece, this piece. You need to stamp. I'm so lucky to have you in my life on this piece with your block. And you need these embellishments. So that's what you need for card number 1. Card number 2 is going to need these supplies. Card number 3 will use these supplies. All right. So when you're decided, you're ready to go, go to card number 1. Each card gets its own page. If there's ribbon involved, they always give you a ruler. They give you a ruler no matter what. But if you have ribbon to measure, there's a ruler right here. So let's go ahead and follow the directions. So for this card, let me go back, and we need those and these and that. Like I said, I'm going to use my big gray granite. If you do have these and they get dry, you can use our re-inkers, little bottles, to add, this is my white one, to make these juicy again. So this is a great way to start. So we need, for this card kit, we need this card base, and we need We need a pink one of these. That's what that's telling me right there. All right, I can set the rest of those aside. And these are word bubbly things. Did you like that? Word bubbly things. We're going to take this one. It's the one that's got, kind of looks like a car with no tire here, but I don't know. That's what it told me to get out. So we're going to get that out. And then these are our cutouts. And I need to get one of these. And one of the really cool pieces I've seen done with this, remember that kit collection, the Happy Houseplants. I usually have them up behind me, but I keep taking them so people can copy the stamping I did on them if I want to my kit classes. And they haven't got back up behind me. But anyway, I've seen people take those Happy Houseplants out and add these in those frames. So that's something when you get tired of your Happy Houseplants, or you can switch them out seasonally. But anyway, so this is what we have. So we needed the card base, the punch out, the pink, the word bubbly thing. Then we need the stamp, and we need, not sure what that is. Not sure what this is. Oh, this. Got to kind of think about it for a minute. Remember I told you this is all their adhesive and everything? So this has some pretty little sequins, some dimensionals, and these are some adhesive strips. So that's what that is. I need one of these for this. So there you go. All right. So let's go to the instructions. It tells us, first off, to stamp. I'm so lucky to have you in my life on my paper using gray granite. I'm going to stop here for a second because I showed you all of this, but I forgot to show you the cool part on the back. Cool part on the back tells you all of the pieces and parts of the kit. It also tells you all the coordinating colors that are in this kit. So if you are like me and have many of the Stampin' Up! Colors, these are the ones that go together. Now, I added the Daffodil Delight because I didn't know for sure if it was going to be in there. I figured it would be. But the rest of them are all listed here. So if I don't want my words to be gray, when I'm saying I'm so lucky to have you in my life, I can change the color. And it's not going to mess anything up. So I'm going to do this one just the way they tell me, and we'll see how it turns out. So my block needs to be cleaned. With the photopolymer stamps, if you are totally new to this, because this is beginning stamping, with the photopolymer stamps, you need to do a test because sometimes at the factory, they leave a residue on it. And when you do, sometimes you get kind of a smudgy or whatever, an unclear image. Now that one is really pretty good, but I'm still going to just take it and drag it a little bit on my paper. And I'm going to ink it up. You just, on your ink pad, it's tap, tap, tap. And try to keep it flat. Try not to rock it, and you don't have to give it CPR. All right. So I'm so lucky to have you in my life. We're going to add that to this. Now, if you look closely, can you see that? Nope, you can't see that. If you look closely on these, when you punch them out, they leave these little lucky things. Yes, blucky is a word tonight. I don't like those little blucky little tags that hang off. So I just snip them off. If they don't bother you, that's okay. If they do bother you, this is all you have to do is just snip, snip, and they're gone. Okay, I'm done being picky. All right, now, where's my, I'm going to do tap, 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 and then line it up. This is a word bubbly thing, so get it in there kind of sort of centered. Push down, lift up. If it sticks, you just let it fall or peel it off with your fingernail. I'm going to close this because otherwise I will wear it. That's something that we all do, even beginners and advanced stampers. All right, so now we got that part done. Now we're going to move on to step 2. It's telling me to put, see that hexagon? Those little hexagons are where I'm going to put these little dimensionals. These are the dimensionals and they are hexagon. They are little foam dots. So it's telling me to flip this over and only put this on one side. That means it's going to be bumped up on something. So it tells me to put one right there. I'm going to set that aside. It's telling me to flip this over. Move my card base for a moment. And I'm going to put one here. Here. Now these are mini dimensionals. So we could, if we have big ones, we could go cover more distance, but that's okay. We don't need to. All right, so we got it on all the big chunks, just like it said, and then it's telling me to add a piece of that tape on the back of this, but I see some more of those little tags that are going to bug me. So I just use my snips and snip them off. All right, so this is telling me I'm going to put one of these little adhesive tape strips. Okay, the tape stayed behind. That's okay. I'm going to throw that piece away. And I'm going to get my scissors, my take your pick tool, something that I can use to lift that strip off the plastic and lay it down. Okay. Now, if you want to use your own adhesive, you can, but they give you everything you need. All right. So now they're going to tell us how to assemble it. First of all, they want us to fold the card in half. Now, you could cut this off and mount this on a piece of white and have a new background. That's if you want to get fancy. We're not getting fancy tonight. We're going to show you how easy a paper pumpkin kit is to put together. So then we're going to put this on, let's see here, right about, maybe down a little bit, barely showing. Good enough. And tack it down. Now step 4 tells me to put this piece on. And this piece, I have to take the dimensional backs off, or the tops, or whatever, to let the adhesive come out and shine through. All right. Now this is going to go right about there. How's that? All right, so there's that. Now, the last thing we have, oh, now we're going to sneak a dimensional in right there. See, that tells me a dimensional gets snuck in right there. And we're going to peel the top off of that. Then we're going to do this piece. And we're going to put it so that that piece hits the paper. Make sure it doesn't go off the edge over here, because you want it to fit in one of those really pretty envelopes. So there you go. Now the next thing we have to do is, it tells you it gets 3 of the sequins, and it will tell you where they go. I see one here, and 2. Wherever you want to put the third one, I guess. I do not see the third one. That's okay, because really we can put sequins anywhere we want. They are big and little. This one calls for 2 big and a little. Maybe that's why I couldn't see it, is because it's the little one that's missing. One goes there and there. Wondering if it's over here. There's kind of a smudgy spot right there. So we're going to put it down here. So there you go. There is card number 1. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't it? Isn't it? And it pairs so nicely with, what did I do with them? Oh, right in front of me. And here is the beautiful envelope that goes with it. So there is a completed set. You could write more inside. You could stamp more inside. But you could send this off to one of your people. So what'd you think? Was that easy? All right. Now, all of our kits are reasonably easy. The paper pumpkin kits are just ones that are a surprise in the box. You don't know what you're getting until it arrives. If you wait till the end, I'll show you how to subscribe if you're interested. So you can pause anytime you want. You can get prepaid kits and give them for gifts, or that's how I do mine. I get them when there's like a free shipping day or something, and then I get them for a little less cost. So we're done with number 1. We flip to number 2. Yes, there are 2 other cards that we can make identical to this one, but I'm just going to show you the 3 cards that go with this particular kit. All right, so it tells me back here what I need for this kit. So I'm going to need a card base. I'm going to go a little bit faster this time. So here's my card base. It tells me I'm going to fold it in half, which again, that would make a really pretty background for something. If you don't want to, I'll show you how to do that on my 3rd one. How's that? On my 3rd one, I'll show you how to save that paper. Actually, no, it's fine. All right, so that we got that. We have all the dimensionals and stickers and sequins and stuff. We need one of these pieces. We need the very pretty Calypso coral little posies almost. They look almost like posies. All right. And we need the white paper. And we need the one that has this one, the bumps with the, and then we need an orange. a Calypso coral, excuse me. There. We need a Calypso coral little tag. This is probably one of the better kits I've seen. Stampin' Up has outdone themselves on this kit. The next kit coming out is a birthday kit. It has a bonus stamp set in it with numbers for birthdays. The kit, you must be subscribed by tomorrow. The 10th of the month is when you need to be subscribed to get the next kit. So there we have it. We have all the pieces and parts. We need the stamp set, which is slipping and sliding away. And we need the Let's Celebrate You. All right, I need a block. Now, with the stamps, when you start, you get one block. And so you would take a baby wipe, a paper towel. Stampin' Up sells these chamois. This is not a good example of one because this one is very well used. And you just wipe it off. And the ink is water-based, so it comes out of most things. Oops, excuse me. And yeah, so for this one, we're going to just change it up a little bit. We got all of our pieces and parts. We are actually going to use Calypso coral ink on it. Calypso coral ink. So there you have it. And again, we are going to tap, 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 and stamp. And that's actually looking really good. I'm still going to kind of just drag it to get any other residues off. Now, if your if your ink has any red pigment to it, it might stain your stamp, but it's not going to permanently damage your stamp. It's still a fantastic, amazing stamp, and it will work after you clean it. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to trim off my edges. So this amazing opportunity that I had, we are behind on harvest, and there is a big Irish festival in my hometown that I have never got to attend because we're either harvesting or I was teaching school. Well, I'm not doing either of those right now because we got a little rain the other night. So I was telling my husband about my cousins getting together and my sister and all that. And he says, well, you should just jump in the car and go tomorrow. So that's what I am doing. I'm going to jump in the car and go tomorrow. So, of course, he told me this when we were out away from home, and I had to wait till we got home. And then we had a supper date with my son and his family tonight at their house. So I didn't get to get started on any of my things I got to get done before I can leave tomorrow things. So that's why we're getting a recording and it's dark outside. But I could not just do something that I've already done. I had to give you something fresh and new to watch if you chose to. All right, so I went ahead and stamped, which is number 1. Number 2 is adding all the adhesive. So let's go ahead and do that just like before. And I was on a parts run with my husband earlier today. And that's where he said, "Oh, you should just jump in the car and go." So by the time we got home from the parts run, I, I knew I wasn't going to have time to do a video. I didn't even know when we were going to get home. We had the dinner invitation, and so that's why I scheduled something different than this. So I promise I will do that. This was just pre-cut and ready to go. So when I got it ready, I ran with it. I thought you'd understand. All right, that tape went much easier that time. I have all my adhesive on. Now it's telling me to go ahead and, excuse me, a little frog in my throat, pull the adhesive off. And this time it's going to get mounted on the left side, kind of over this leaf. All right. Does that look straight? It looks straight. Okay. And then we're going to add, looks like we're going to do pretty much the same thing we did last time, which makes sense, right? Every month they offer, I can't say that. Most months they offer refill kits or extra kits if they weren't as popular as they thought and people just didn't subscribe to them. This time they released them and they were gone that fast because once people saw this kit, they fell in love with it. But I got 2 kits because I had ordered them ahead of time. They always give us a sneak peek on what you're going to get. So we know this next kit is going to be birthday. It's got, last year's in colors, kind of some mauves and some blues and candles. And it's a pop-out card. And you get 2 stamp sets. And I believe the cost is $25. That includes shipping. So there's usually stuff for 9 card kits. This time we're going to put the extra dimensional in there. Pop this off. And kind of see where it is. There you go. Now we're going to add some of those pretty little sequins. And this card we did in 11 minutes because I didn't talk quite so much. So I didn't have to explain everything. All right, and the other little one. The only thing I see that I might not like about going is the fact that the weather might not be the best at the festival. All right, there's card number 2. Isn't that just, oh, card 1 and 2. They are just absolutely gorgeous, just gorgeous. And the envelope, of course, that goes with this one. I've seen people take these apart and use these as card fronts. Yeah, people do a lot of different things with their paper pumpkin kits. And there's lots of fun projects to work on. All right. So card number 3. This is what it's telling us to do. We're going to do things just a little differently because I told you, I've given you that clue, and it makes 9 cards, but you can get it so it makes more than that if you choose to. I'm not going to go off on any big tangent, but I've mentioned something twice to you, so I'm going to show you what I mean. So this is your card base. So I keep telling you, if you cut this off, you can get an extra card base. Excuse me. So my trimmer. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it right on the fold line. There we have it. Now I have this beautiful piece of cardstock to make anything else I want. But now you're saying, okay, what are you going to do with this now? It doesn't have a back. So just get a piece of your there's one that's already folded. Get a half a piece of white cardstock and glue on. I can make a frame and do this a little differently. I could choose one of those other colors that I know go with it. Mossy Meadow, or if I have any of those. There we go. I have to make sure this video is less than an hour or it won't go. So we're going to go ahead, and this is a piece of paper that is 4 1/4 by 11. So it's a half a sheet of paper going this way. And I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. I will take a little bit off of this because I would like it to show up. So I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off the side that had a lot of white. And you don't have to do this with your paper pumpkin kit. This is just a quick little alternative. Nothing major. All right. So now we have the 2 card fronts. We could jazz up this. And we're just going to mount this on here. Grab some adhesive. Yes, I have to use my own adhesive for this, but that's not a problem for me. If you are just getting this kit and doing it and you don't have a lot of extra supplies, that is totally fine. My dryer is telling me it's done. I'm telling it it's not time for me to go get the clothes out because I'm doing a video. So there you have it. Now we'll pick up where the directions. All right. They're giving us the next thing they want us to do, the next sentiment. And if you noticed, we're using 3 sentiments, but they gave you the word bubbles for 4. So there are 4 sentiments on this stamp set and a really pretty flower. So the one they're telling us we can use are friends like you make life beautiful. The last one that we're not using is you are simply the best. So I don't want to go off on too big of a tangent. I just wanted to show you that one little piece because who's going to see the back of the card, right? You may as well use the whole thing. All right. I'm going to go back to gray granite for this one. Photopolymer stamp. It's not a bad idea to double check all your stamps because what if something was made wrong with it in your working project? I don't know if you can see that very carefully, but you see all the little blips and skips in that L. That should not be there. So just drag it a little bit and then try it again. The glass mat is the best stamping surface I've ever used. it does not work really all that great for my videos. So now that skip on the L is all gone. So I use it for all my crafting except for my videos. I've been pulling in this black mat to make sure that you get to see things the best and that my video quality is as good as it can get living the rural life that I live. So there we go. And again, you just clean those with water. Paper pumpkin kits and our kits collections, which are the kits that you get to see what they are before they ever arrive, make great gifts. They make wonderful craft projects for people that don't have a lot of room. They also work great for people on the go. If you're traveling in an RV, they're fantastic. Everything's there, and you only have a few supplies left when you're done with them. And you can choose to keep them, or you can throw them away, which would make me very sad, but why not, right? And then you'd have at least 9 gorgeous cards to share with the people that you love and care for. All right, next up, I got that. Oh, I got to get a green. Now, I usually offer card kits for the week if you make a purchase of $35 or more this week. And I will do that. I will do that. I will not sell that other kit until after this week is passed because I can break that other kit up and send you one of each of these cards. Right now I have 2 extras from this kit. I'm not going to touch them. So I could do 5. That's my max. All right. I'm not using my take your pick tool this time. I'm just using my fingers. And I have tape everywhere. That is okay. All right. So this is going to go down here, it says. Now, I don't have as much room on my card as I did originally because I chopped a quarter of an inch off. So just keep that in mind. It may not line up exactly perfectly. Okay. And then we're going to do the daisies. Oh, I love the daisies. Actually, I love all the flowers. I don't know what we could do with this, but I know there's somebody out there in the world that probably makes something pretty out of those too. All right, it's telling me where to put these, but I kind of got it figured out by now. One inside each flower. And one at the bottom. All right. Taking all the backing off. And this goes kind of here-ish. Until you push them down, they're kind of movable. Dimensionals, you can always take your scissors and go in and snip them. If you need to move them, you just do this and get a hold of them and snip them and try again. All right. So then it tells me I need to sneak a dimensional in right down there. Under that leaf with the top off. All right, I got it done. And this one. And then You make life, friends like you make life beautiful. And our adhesive, not our adhesive, our sequins. Now, what does this get? This gets 2 bigs and a little. All right. I see where the little one is. There you go. There are my 3 cards for the week. And this paper pumpkin kit, I'm sorry, is not available. I will honor my card kits, and if no one claims more than one of each card kit, I will sell that other kit, and otherwise it will just probably become a part of my kit class. There's that one. So which one's your favorite? See how that green just adds a little more pop to it? And like I said, I have this piece that I can use for any other card I want to use. So, there you have it. We also have many kits that you get to see, and let me show you where you can go to sign up for these. Ugh. And I'll show you the one that's coming soon. All right, there you go. There are cards 1, 2, and 3. And I will be putting some posts in my Facebook page, or I'll do them on public if you want to see what my Irish festival weekend is all about. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh, tag on my shirt is bugging me. All right. I'm going to share my window. You're going to see a whole bunch of me for a minute. And now let's go here. All right. We're at stampinup.com. I'd love it if you'd choose me as your demonstrator. And here is the kits collection that you can see. And there is a paper sale right now. I don't know when you may see this, so it may be different, but that's where you go. Then you click on menu, and to find the paper pumpkin ones, go to shop products, scroll down, and here's our kit collection. But today we're talking about paper pumpkin, and there's coordinating products that will take you to. If you want a monthly subscription, this is one place you can go, and it will tell you where you click on this and you can go sign up, and that will bill your credit card every month. I believe it's $25. Or you can go to and get prepaid ones, and you have to activate the code that's sent to you by the 10th. Did that make sense? So go to Kits Paper Pumpkin and go to prepaid subscription. And you can see here it's 24, but you do have to pay shipping and handling on this, and it's 11% after $75. Yeah, up to $75, it's $7.95, I think. But you can get a 1 month, a 6 month, a 12 month, or a 3 month. And let's see what else there is. And I told you there's pass kits. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you are eligible to purchase extra pieces and parts and all that. So refill kits and past. You can shop more. Every 3 months, they have a die set that goes with it. So here is the die for that pretty little stamp that we had. So you can use that. And each one of these will go, this goes with the August kit, this will go with the September kit, and this will go with the October kit, I believe is what they said. But you can find refills from past kits or the die set from past months. These are the two, and it seems like they have a word and a picture, and then a sentiment tag, but there's all different pieces and parts here. So this is a whole past kit. A refill does not include the stamp set or the ink. It's just the consumable card parts. So, let's just go to kits really quick, and you can see some of the ones that you can see all the pieces and parts. Oh, I know, I didn't take you to the, let's see here, kits. No, I want to go. I thought maybe it would show us the next paper pumpkin kit coming on here, but I don't see it. Is it paperpumpkin.com? There you go. Time for cake. Isn't that a fun one? And you get an extra stamp set that's got numbers and stuff like that on it, so you can personalize them even more. So, and if something's not looking like it's your kind of thing, then you just can skip it. So, it's really a fun thing. So, that is my class tonight. Thank you for understanding my change of plans. I'm hoping to go have a little bit of fun at the Henri Raw Irish Festival in Butte, Montana. That's where I'm headed. So thank you for watching, and go subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. It's a fun little adventure every month. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for crafting with me. Have a great weekend.